If you guys been looking for a less tech-savvy way to record yourself, then I would highly recommend you check out JamCorder. This little device came across my radar a few weeks ago, and it's pretty awesome. With this, you can record up to 5,000 hours of music without ever having to turn on a computer or use a DAW, like Logic or Cubase or, even GarageBand. And so for my folks who don't want to be messing around all that technical stuff and you want to just be able to record yourself, this is a cool device to do so. You just set it and forget it, and every time you play, it records yourself. So I'm going to walk you through some of the features of JamCorder today, so stick around. All right, welcome back. Now, as mentioned, JamCorder, very simple device to use. Anybody can really operate this, right? And when you open the box, it comes with 3 wires. This is going to be a MIDI connection. So if your keyboard uses MIDI, you just plug it in the MIDI out device and connect it to your JamCorder, and that's it, right? Now, a lot of keyboard also comes with the USB inputs and outputs. That's where you could use this cable or this cable, depending on whichever one works for you. It's the same cable, just 2 different lengths. You will need both because one you use to power the device, and the other, if you don't have a traditional 5-prong MIDI, you just use your USB. Your keyboard will have one or the other, or maybe both, and then you can decide which one you want to use. So let me show you how to connect this device right here. So because my keyboard uses the USB input, that's what I'm going to use. So, and it's clearly labeled for you. So where you see it says USB, that's where I'm going to just connect the USB. And then this part goes into the back of your keyboard. Now I'm going to use this cable to power the device. And there are 2 ways you can power the device. You can use a regular sort of USB cube and plug it into your outlet. Or if your keyboard have USB input, that can also power the device. So because my keyboard has a USB input that you can use like for USB drive sticks to transfer data and so on, you could plug that in there as well and power your device. So now I'm going to plug this in the back of my device, and it is now powered. Now, once the device is powered, you're going to see the light start flashing. Now, mine is green because I've already set up the device. Once you got everything connected, then you're going to download the JamCorder app. Let's take a look at that. Now, once you got the JamCorder device set up and you've downloaded the app, whether on your iPhone or iPad, tablet, once you open the app, it's going to walk you through the entire setup process. It's going to update the firmware in the device, and then it's going to connect to your device via Bluetooth. And then once that's done, you're going to land on this screen like this. Now, as you can see, I was testing it out, playing some stuff, but once I start playing, everything is going to be recorded. Now let's go to the app and see what was recorded. Let's click play. So you can see everything I play right there on my screen, instant playback. Now, the app also, or JamCorder also connects to other Bluetooth MIDI devices. So right now I was doing this playback through my phone, but what if I wanted to play through my keyboard? My keyboard has Bluetooth connection. So I just tap this little volume icon right there in the top right of the app. Now you see it's highlighted. Now when I click play, that's coming out of my keyboard. So now let's talk about some of the features within the app. That little green button to the bottom left that looks like a record button, once you click on that, you'll see start. And what that simply does, it takes you to the beginning of whatever you recorded. Or if you recorded days worth of music, this will take you right to the very beginning. And the middle button showing 25 seconds. So it's telling me that I have recorded 25 seconds worth of music so far. And the end, when I click the end, it'll take me to the end of what I recorded. And so this is an easy way to allow you to be able to segment the things that you have recorded. Now, above that green button, you'll see sort of like a skip back, skip forward. And what that actually does is change the playback speed of whatever you recorded. So if I click the left arrows, you'll see it goes 0.75, 0.5, 0.25, and 1. So that's slowing down the playback speed. And to go forward, you'd click the right arrow. So those are pretty self-explanatory. Now down below, you'll see some additional button. Demo, those are just sort of songs that came on the app. So if you click on it, so you're probably familiar with a lot of those classical pieces. The next button is the date. So it's going to give you the date that you last recorded. So I was testing this on April 3rd. So it's showing me what I did. And then today is what we just recorded. And then recent, it'll give you recent things that you recorded as well. So it's just a quick way to see what you've been doing. Now, another cool thing about this app is you can bookmark. So for example, if you want to be able to clip a section of your long recording, you're going to come up here to where you see at the top right, that sort of square with the arrow or rectangle with the arrow. You click on that and you're going to see where it says choose your starting point or choose start. So what if I want that right there to be my start point? And then I select choose, and then it's going to say choose endpoint. I scroll down, and you can listen to it as well. Let's say here, and I'm going to stop right there and then choose. So now that you've created a selection, you can title this. And I'm going to title it Test Recording. And then you click Save. And so that's going to save in my recent. And to access that, I come over here. At the bottom, you see there's a keyboard icon. And then to the left of that, there's sort of a musical note. I click on that, and I can see all my recent saves right here. So that's how you can access it. Now from here, you can export it a few ways. So if I click, say, click the select in the top right corner, and then I'm going to click the April 5th. And then from here, you can export it. So when you click the middle sort of setting, the middle selection, you're going to have the option to export it as a video, as an audio, or as a MIDI. Now, what if I do video? So when I click video, it's going to convert that into a video. So for example, this works handy if you're a teacher and you want to be able to record a snippet of information for your student and then send them quickly in video format. Or if you want to share something with a friend, or if you're doing some collaboration in creating music with someone else, this is how you can quickly and easily share recorded data without having, again, to mess with traditional DAW. So let's do that one more time. Video. And it's going to bring up my contacts, like who do I want to send it to, or if I want to just save it to my videos, right? So let's click save, and I'm going to say allow, and now it is saved. And I'm going to pull up that video. And so now I can see it right there playing. And then you can upload it, share it, text it, right? Pretty cool. Now let's take a look at some of the other features. Now, when you scroll over to the three lines in the bottom of the app, that takes you to the settings. And you see that's where you can change your name. Where it says Sound Font, if you connect to Sound Font, that's basically where you can change the sound. So if I don't like this particular piano sound in the playback, I can download additional sounds from Sound Font and I can upload it here and change it. Event playback, when you click on that, you have some settings. You can control instruments, blends and expressions, various stuff you can change from there. And then time format has to do with whether you prefer the 12-hour or the 24-hour settings. The app log is basically information that if you need to send it to the app developer, to the developer of the software, if something's wrong with your version or something crashes, this is where you could just export and send them this data and they'll be able to tell you what's going on with that. And then the custom firmware, whenever there's new updates to the app or to the device itself, you can update it from here using that. Now down below, you're going to see where it says export and import. And you have an export library, import library. So here you can export anything you record. It's important to know that the import feature only works with files that you've exported before. And I talked to the developers behind this and they say they're working on releasing an update at some point in the future that will allow you to import any MIDI file. Because right now you can only upload files that you export. But it's going to be pretty cool when you have the ability to be able to import your own MIDI file and see it play back like that. So those are the things in the settings. See, it's a very lightweight app, very lightweight device, easy to use, no technical skills required. We all have a smartphone at this point. So that's all you need to be able to operate this device. And once you have it connected to your keyboard, once you turn off your keyboard, the device powers off. Once you powers on your keyboard, the device powers on, and you just start playing. And it just records everything. Like I said, up to 25,000 hours of music on just the little SD card that you put right here. It comes with the SD card, so you don't have to buy one. So JamCorder is a pretty cool device. I would highly recommend you guys to check this out if you're looking for a non-technical way to easily record thousands of hours of music. There's a link in the description of this video. You can click there and check it out. Yes, this is a paid commission. So if you purchase this device using my link, little things like that does help me and help the channel. But I'm definitely going to be using this device, especially at church. As you guys know, I recorded all the MIDI stuff for my church and then I put them in video. So this now makes it a lot easier to record thousands of those clips without having to worry about storage or space or fiddling with my iPad. All right, so trust you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this device down below, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care.